Memorial Day, everybody. So, the title should definitely get you for sure. Sex-a-thon, leisure, laughs, a dwarf, and a baby. I actually have my grandson here with me because I got stuck with baby duty, so my daughter could run out and get all the stuff that we need for Memorial Day stuff because we didn't quite have enough. So here I am stuck with a baby, and I had my title all planned out, and then I had to add baby to it because he's here. So let me show you guys the baby. He's right here, you see? Say hi. His name's Damien. He's 2 months old now. My grandson. Like, yep, this is get views just because you have a baby on, right? Yeah. Smile for everybody. Yeah. He is talking and cooing, and oh, I'm being grumpy too, because he wants boob, much like other men. He wants boob. And he wants his mommy's boob. Yeah. So, but before I ended up with baby duty here, I had done the title of Sex-a-thon, leisure, laughs, and a dwarf. I thought that was a pretty good title anyway for Memorial Day. I mean, like, yeah, what the heck? So I was like, well, these are the things that are right in my life right this very, very second. He wants to sit up. Hold on, Munchkin. So we'll just bring the baby over here. So we're going to talk about Sex-a-thon with a baby on her lap. Because that's just the way it is around here. So, no, I'm not going to talk about Sex-a-thon right now. Maybe I'll put that towards the back end of this. Keep you guys on the hook. So last night, I went to go see Brad Williams. He is a dwarf midget, if you don't know who Brad Williams is. And kind of funny that, you know, I have somebody not much smaller than him here on my lap. He is just hilarious, though. It was absolutely a hoot to go and see. And we walked into the improv and where he was playing at, and we sit down. I walk up to this table where they had told us our seats was, and I walk up to this couple, and I'm like, "Hi, new friends!" And I'm like, "Hey, new friends!" And everyone, "Hi." Didn't know who the heck they were. Like, never met them before, from Oklahoma or someplace. But sat down, and I told her, I was like, she tells us this story about dwarfs, and I was just like, I'm using this on my live stream tomorrow. I'm sorry, but you're going Facebook Conscious Coffee famous here. So this woman, I mean, this was the opening conversation to our new friendship with these people that I don't remember their names. Is that she was talking about how she got pulled up on stage, and for his act, I think, or for somebody else's act, and they were going on and on and on about, you know, like just teasing her and embarrassing her, and she didn't want to be part of the act. And she makes it to round 2 and whatever the heck they were doing, and she's just like, I don't want to be part of this, because she just didn't want to be up there. She didn't want to be embarrassed. And she ends up grabbing the guy's nipples and pulling back on them in the midst of everything. And afterwards, I guess he came over to her table and was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that." So there you go. She grabbed the nipples of a dwarf and pulled back on them. That's just hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Much like the show last night, which is the laughter portion of this. And, you know, Conscious Coffee is always about expanding your consciousness, about becoming more present, about doing the things that you need to do to really develop that freedom-based life, that amazing life that we all desire and want. And one of the things that I think we as human beings tend to forget, there's a small portion of us that he's just not happy. He's like, I want my mom. I don't care that she had to go to the store. I want my mommy. He's not happy. But no, what we tend to not really give a lot of credit to, a lot of anything to, is laughter, joy, pleasure. Yes, tell them about it. Laughter, joy, and really just cutting loose, letting ourselves enjoy the day, letting ourselves enjoy life, and not really overboard caring so much about being so serious. We take things so serious so often. And it was interesting because here I am, I'm sitting in a very jam-packed comedy club watching, a very well-known comedian, couple of them actually. And it was interesting at how many people restricted their laughter, how many people just refused to enjoy the moment, and then darted out of there and was more concerned about getting their car out of the parking lot, and not having to deal with traffic than to just kind of hang out and just, go in leisurely fashion. To why suddenly the rush? And it made me really appreciate and also come into awareness of the blessing of laughter, the blessing of smiling. And I, for one, can tell you that when you're so used to not having that laughter, that joy, the smile, that when you get it, please pay attention. Like be really in gratitude for it. But here's the thing. You can laugh every day. It's about finding the laughter, the joy in each and every moment. It's about really appreciating the small little moments, like when I've got him, or when my daughter's over with him and he just lights up and smiles. Not just to take that for granted, not to just go, oh, you're so cute, but to actually feel it, because that's what it all comes down to, is feeling things, like allowing yourself to feel the emotions, not just to give the verbal comments, but to actually feel, like really step in there and feel those moments. Feel the joy, feel the pleasure, feel the happiness. Allow yourself to feel even the negative ones, the anger, the sadness, the emptiness, because you know what? Those are what creates our desire. When we are sitting in the middle of a void, when we don't have something, what does it do? It makes us want even more what we don't have. So that is us building our desire when it's an opportunity to build desire. And if you start to look at those moments when you're not getting and you're not having the things that you really want to have, well, guess what? Opportunity. Build that desire, build it. And then when you do have those little moments, even if they're fleeting, to focus in and really absorb them, digest them, feel into them, like really love the moment. It's so stinking important, because when you really focus in on those moments and you absorb it and you feel it and you don't just give it mental credit, but you actually give it emotional credit, you get filled up on it. And it does something to your vibration. It does something to the energy of your whole being. And it attracts more of that good vibe in. I should have put you in your good vibe onesie. I just remembered. I think he's too small for it. I have this, Addison bought me this good vibe tribe or something like that. It says onesie for him, so that when I'm in a moment like this and I'm going to do a couple live streams with him, I'm like, when you get a little bit older, we're live streaming together, and here we are live streaming together, and he's not older. We haven't had this discussion yet. I think he's mad I didn't ask permission to live stream. I just told him that he was going to. So, no, focusing in on that good vibe feeling and that laughter is so important. But here's the other thing. What happens with seriousness? You know what happens with seriousness? Seriousness also brings about anxiety, overwhelm, this desire to really, is he falling asleep? Like, is he going out? I think he's falling asleep, everybody. Yay! Or maybe not. No, when we are so caught up in seriousness and just this focus of it has to happen, it has to happen, it has to happen. Well, guess what? What are we also doing? Or is that leisure? Is that grace? Is that ease? Is that flow? No, it's not. It is a work mindset. It is a mindset where we are really truly just kind of catching in that constance of everything, and we're not really in creation mode. Creation comes from ease and flow, that creative energy with focus, with desire, and then really truly releasing into that flow, which means to let go, right? That's where that leisure comes in. The last 3 days, I want to say, 3-4 days it's been, my gosh, I tell you, I feel like I've been on vacation the last few days. It's been amazing. I've been home almost the entire time, did a little bit of client appointments, went to my office a few times, been, helped with him and everything. But for the most part, what I've done, it's like, he is so grumpy. He's gassy. If you guys were here, I wish if we had smell-o-vision, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. Just kidding. No, the last few days, it's felt like I've been on this vacation, and made me very aware. He's trying to eat my hair. Made me very aware of the importance of slowing down a lot more in life and allowing, his mommy should have left me with a bottle. And she didn't. She didn't leave me with a bottle, man. I'm so sorry. All the people, look at all the people getting on there. You see everybody? You're like, hey, cute baby. Here's Damien. He's like, I don't care. I don't like you guys. I don't like you guys looking at me right now. Yeah. The leisure, though, of slowing down and really allowing yourself to enjoy each moment is so powerful. It is so powerful because what it does is it takes you out of that constance, that need to work, that need to really force things to happen. Kind of like he's trying to force me to, I don't know what, he's trying to force sleep. He's trying to force me to have what I don't have for him. I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I don't have it. I don't have it. Yeah. He got fed right before she left, and he was so happy. I guess he slept 8 hours last night, which is amazing. He's 2 months old, slept 8 hours last night. He's growing too. Back to leisure. We're moving. You see, I went backwards here, right? Babies, dwarfs, laughter, leisure, and what's up next? As soon as his precious little ears are just quiet, we'll talk about the Sex-a-thon, which is on the other side of leisure. Now, the leisure portion really is that, we live in this world. I do this exercise with people, with a lot of my clients, and I'll have them look at their calendar and I'll ask them to examine all the things that they do in a week or in a month, depending, and I'll have them print it out and examine everything. And I'll say, now we're going to highlight the things on your calendar. Some of them highlight, some of them in red, some of them in green, some of them in yellow. The green ones are the things that you are an absolute yes to. It's just like, oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. I love this. This is right. My heart and my soul's in it. It's total enjoyment. I'm loving it. The yellow things are the things that you just kind of sort of have to do. You're a meh to. It's like you do it. You're not totally turned on to it, but it's, like you shower, you put your laundry away, that kind of stuff. Got to put gas in the car. It's not a total turn off because it's just part of daily maintenance. That's the yellow stuff. And then the red stuff is the stuff that you just kind of dread doing. You're kind of forced into doing. You're like, you could potentially be a no to. You find yourself saying yes when you actually mean no. You're trying to please everybody else. You're trying to be everything to everybody else. You're trying to, really be responsible, do this, do that, look a certain way. All of those tasks and responsibilities out there, all that stuff. So I have people look at these 3 areas and I say, what's your calendar full of? What color dominates your schedule? Often, not always, but often, they will come back and they'll say that it's heavy on the red and heavy on the yellow, and it's not too heavy on the green. So I'll tell them that they need to look at those yellow and red items and try to add in 1 or 2 more green items for the weeks to follow each week. Because the more pleasure you bring in, the more leisure you bring in, the more you actually step into flow, the more you actually step into that creative energy and just allowing life to bring you things. and leaning in on, hey, I've experienced all this not having, which has created this desire. Okay. So that not having has created my desire. I now know what I really want. Well, we can focus in on the not having and keep not having, or we can let go and really enjoy this moment and create other things that are enjoyable that we can really lean into and open up to, thus opening up the channel of abundance, of manifestation, of more good stuff to come into our life. And what do we get from it? More joy, more pleasure, more leisure, more excitement, more adventure, positive adventure, not negative adventure. And yeah, you can still be responsible and be in flow. Being in flow, being in leisure, being, enjoying yourself, having more pleasure, more laughter, more play in your life doesn't mean that you're not being responsible. That doesn't mean that you're just throwing responsibility to the winds here. It means that you are learning how to enjoy your life versus just existing in life and kind of struggling through life. Okay. So to really just like lean in, but you've got to be able to slow down enough to do this. One of the places that I see people really struggling is any opportunity to slow down, they don't do. For example, yoga class. I use this all the time because people in yoga class, if you're ever in yoga class with me and you recognize me, realize that I'm probably going to get irritated with you like that if you do this next little bit. And that is, at the end of yoga class, you're laying there and the instructor says, just take the next 5 minutes to let your body process everything that you have done. Relax into your body, come back into your body, really come into that space, relax, right? And breathe deep. 5 minutes, that's all they're asking for. 5 minutes of you to just connect and let your body process, just like they said, let your body process everything that you have just done. Do you know how many people in yoga class take about 30 seconds of that 5 minutes and they're like, and then they go this and they look around and then they pop up and they grab their yoga mat and they dart out the door because they've got to get to the next task. They got to get to the next task. They missed the whole valuable importance of what they just did. Yoga meant nothing. They never really digested it. Sure, they got their heart rate going. Sure, they built some muscle mass, but they did not actually get down to an energetic level of what yoga can do, which is help you to completely align your being, which is to relax, which is really focus in, become more consciously aware, become more present. They didn't even tap into the full extent that that workout could actually bring in because they're so desperate to just rush to the next, rush to the next, rush to the next. Sex. Yes, we're moving into sex-a-thon now. Ooh. How many, ladies, you're going to love this. How many of you guys think that sex, that normal sex, that good sex is just like that? Like boom, boom, boom. Like she should be able to get turned on like that. Shouldn't really have to work at it as quickly as you do. I mean, shit, if I flashed my boobs, 5 guys instantaneously would end up with an erection because they saw boobs. You know? That's about all it takes for a guy. You see something. Shit, I don't even have to flash a breast. I don't. I can just sit here in this dress and I got people messaging me things that I don't want to be messaged. And please don't do that. Please, please. That was not a permission to message me anything or me saying anything of the sort. It's quite to the opposite. Guys, you get turned on a lot quicker than us ladies. Us women, we need a little bit of time. We need a little bit of connection. You need to actually like help us work at it and play at it and relax into our body. It's the play and it's the leisure that really leads to the good sex. If you're not connecting with your partner, then it's not good sex. Then it's just slam bam, thank you ma'am, and I guarantee you she's not really getting anything. And if she's going, oh, she's faking you out. It's not real, okay? Because women do not go from 0 to 60 unless they are already highly turned on and charged up, because the majority of women don't really even get anything from like vaginal stimulation. We don't really get anything from that unless we're really turned on and we've been in having a lot of good, deep orgasm and sex, okay? And it's not just about the sex. Sex is just sex. Sex is like washing your freaking hands. If for a lot of people it is. It's just like, it's friction. I call it fast food sex. I call it friction-based sex. It's empty. It does nothing except for potentially cause issues in a relationship or traumatize somebody because it's so damn empty, and basically all you're doing is using your partner as a masturbation tool. Last night, this is funny and it's not funny, but it's funny. So we're at the comedy club, and they're and Brad Williams, he's talking, he's like 4 foot something, and he's got a friend who's also a midget, and she is like 3'6", so she's shorter than him, and I guess she is married or engaged or something to this guy. My daughter's back. I put him to sleep. We all put him to sleep. Still, so, which is good. He fell asleep right before I got to all the sex conversation. So his fragile ears are. She's scared. Do you want to take him and lay him down for me? Go do your ribs. Okay. She's doing ribs. So I'm telling about the midget stuff. The dwarf stuff. So she's like 3'6", and she's married to this guy, this black guy, who is like 6'3", 6'4". Okay? Get the picture here? Like, yeah, how does that work? And it was funny because he's like, the most religious person in the room right now is thinking, I want to see them have sex, because how the heck does that work, right? And he's going through it, and he's just like, yeah, this guy, like he could actually like pick her up and use her as a human fleshlight, like, because damn, and what he's putting in her is probably as big as her. Now, it's funny. It is. Even if you're trying not to laugh, it's still funny. I mean, you can see this. You can see that. You can't. It's a vision that you're not going to be able to get out of your head. But here's the thing. We do that no matter what size our partner is, no matter what's going on. Quite often, and I'm sorry guys, I am picking on you here because this is kind of like what us women bitch about a lot, and that's just the way it is. But a lot of the times in our sex, that friction-based sex, that fast food sex, is nothing more than us using each other as that masturbation tool. There's not really any connection to it. Basically, you're just using your woman as a human fleshlight, okay? And guess what? In those instances, us ladies, we feel about as much as that human fleshlight does. Zero. Now you might say, how is that possible? That if you put something into a human body that they can't feel it? Well, here's a little word to the wise on the sexual aspect with us women. Sex is an emotional, mental game to us before it is a physical game. Guys, you get the physical, and then that leads you to the mental and the emotional. And for us, it's mental, emotional, and then physical. Okay, so we'll operate 1, 2, 3. Okay, not 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. No, it goes 1, 2, 3. Stimulate is here. Stimulate is here. Penetrate is here. Penetrate is here. Before you go there, like really, truly, it takes time. It takes more than a couple little licks like we are a stamp to go on an envelope. It takes more than a little boom, 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 tweak of the beam type thing going on. It's not going to work. Most of the time, you guys don't even hit the right spot anyway. I have a fucking clue where it's at. Oh, I said the F word for the baby. Oh, well, he's going to have to get used to it. I'm his grandmother. His mom's just as bad. She's just as bad. But what do you expect? She's my daughter. So yeah, so I mean, if you really, really, truly want to penetrate your woman, you really want to go there, you really want to connect with her, then that's the reality. So, Sex-a-thon, I'm telling you, I have a couple clients right now who are underneath the belief that the only issue in their relationship is that they're not having enough sex. And go figure, it's the guy. The guy comes to me and says, a couple guys have come to me recently and said, well, our relationship would just be better if we just had more sex. I actually had a person in the other day who was explaining to me what her husband thinks is the culprit of their marital issues is they don't know how to fucking suck very well. So they need to learn how to fucking suck better, and then all their relationship issues will just be magically solved. No. For all the reasons I just went through, that's why that doesn't work. Helicopter. For all the reasons that I just went through, it does not work because of that right there. There is no way that you're ever going to improve your relationship if you're not willing to slow down and make the relationship more playful. Bring a comfort in, bring that leisure in, that connection in, really truly penetrate here and here first. Stimulate the mind, stimulate the heart, let your partner feel you. Ladies, you're not off the hook. This is also for us too, right? We've got to want them to penetrate us here and here. If we're just throwing our body out there and letting them use us like a human fleshlight, then we're never going to get anything either. So that means like vocalize, share, ask for the slowdown. Don't just hand it over. Don't do duty sex like you're raping yourself when you do duty sex. Don't do it. So only go into that act when you're really wanting it. And if you're not ever really wanting it, because I know that a lot of people are like that, well, I'm never going to want it, so I'm never going to have it. So then what? Well, get to a point where you're getting other areas stimulated and get that desire bug activated. Because what's going on is that you're not feeling safe with your partner. You're not feeling safe in the sexual act. You're not finding any enjoyment in it. There's no pleasure. Look at other areas of your life. If you're not enjoying your sex, then I bet you $1 million there's not too many areas of your life that you're finding pleasure and enjoyment truly. Maybe from the outside perspective, you find pleasure and you find joy. From somebody else's view, you're like, oh man, they're always going and doing and having and exploring, and they always have such happy pictures, right? Does not mean that you're actually happy. It doesn't mean that you're actually processing it and enjoying it. Only you know, only you, if you're actually enjoying and processing it. So then go have a sex-a-thon. It's pretty nice. I mean, like, it is. Try 3-4 days of it. It can be really, really good. It can be really, really fun. And yes, your body does get more turned on. And yes, you do have, more juiciness, more, turn on to everything in life when you are having good sex. But good sex comes from connection, comes from enjoyment, comes from play, comes from really, really getting into that flow and opening up vulnerability, which can be found when you can just ease into things. So he's getting grumpy. I think he hears mommy in the kitchen over there. Yeah. She's almost done. Sure you are. You're almost done. Okay, so let me see. Happy Memorial Day one more time. Going to be doing free spirit talks, I believe, in like an hour and a half from now, because I don't know what time it is. So free spirit talks, look for that to come out. You'll see that popping up on my pages and everything. Make sure that you watch that. Baby pets. Sorry. Instantly quiet. Okay. So free spirit talks coming in about an hour, I'm going to say, for that. And then let me see. What do I want to talk about? What do I want to say as far as, I guess, you see, I've been promoting my stop fucking around. He's happy now. He's got what he wants. I've been promoting my stop fucking around 10-day alignment ass kickery workshop, because it is free, $300 value, and I'm going to just continue promoting that for right this very second. That is available on my website. It is available in the comments section here. You can go, you can explore, you can check it out, you can sign up for it. Did I mention that it was free? It's free. Oh yeah, it's free. It's free. Not for very long though. I will be changing that special up, so if it looks like it's something that you would like to take advantage of, do it before it goes back to the original price of $297. And then the other thing is like, I'm just like Miss Free today. Well, sort of Miss Free. I have micro consults. So I'm doing, she's looking at me weird. Now I feel on stage. She's giving me weird eyes. If I flip the camera around on her real quick, she'll run. Maybe? No? Would you like to come over here and talk about free consults for me? Free consults. Free consults. Look for that as well. It's available on my website at www.kendalwilliams.com. It's free micro consults. What's a micro consult? It's a phone consult and it's 30 minutes long. It's not the hour-long consult that I've been doing. This way I can fit more people in and I can help more people. And I can also, I've discovered that a lot of people really only need like 30 minutes for the consults right now. So it's just like boom, boom, boom. So take advantage of that because that is only going to be good until July 4th. And then after that, no more free consults at all. So make sure that you take advantage of it. Hope you guys have a happy and a safe Memorial Day. If you are celebrating Memorial Day, get out there, enjoy this beautiful day. And you can follow me at www.kendalwilliams. As always, stop existing, start living, and I will catch you shortly on Free Spirit Talks.